What happened after World War I is a mystery, and you'll hear throughout this why America was not involved in sports car racing as aggressively as other countries were, who were actually really seriously trying to do this. There was, however, one racing venue that was utilized regularly, and that was the Automobile Racing Club of America. Wealthy Long Islanders, notably Miles Collier Sr. and Briggs Cunningham, decided they wanted to race like there was racing in Europe. They had access to the motoring press from Britain, particularly, and they wanted to copy that. Now you got to remember, between World War I and World War II, all we really had was board tracks and Indy. There was hardly any racing. There were some hill climbs, but hardly any serious road racing. While it was robust in Italy with the Mille Miglia, in France with Le Mans, and of course Brooklands in England, but we had very little. This club, however, did actively race, although as you can see from these films, it was pretty crude. These are films that were given to me by the owner of this car, and there we see probably about 1932 or 1933. And this, guys and gals, was road racing in America, believe it or not. There was nothing out on the anywhere else. This is, by the way, the reenactment of the Vanderbilt Cup race in 1936. You may remember that. This is when they they said, well, Roosevelt was really a horse track, and they wanted to bring racing back again. Same guys, so they opened this racetrack, and they brought a bunch of cars over from Europe, because there was no European racing cars in America at all. And this is Ralph De Palma, who was by then the official starter, and Tazionora Villari won this in an AC35 Alpha. This was really the end of ARCA racing. The Roosevelt races were failures. The reenactment of the Vanderbilt Cup was a failure, and then the war started and the guys took off. But during the ARCA history, this car was brought over by Colonel Sam Bird, who worked for Lloyd's of England, and he was transferred to America. It's an Alfa Romeo with the James Young racing body. All original, never restored. We got it from the son. And this Bentley was specifically purchased by a man called Alan Bemis, because he wanted to be in that ARCA race. In fact, there's a picture of him racing at Wayland, Massachusetts, banging it into a berm there. It's basically the same car with bumpers on and a few other things. But these cars have not been changed, and they were all purchased from the original owners. By the way, there's Old 16 with Peter Helk in it in 1936. He was just there showing off. America's trying to get into racing, and for whatever reason, nothing happens until